Do you think when you exercise, it makes you happy?
I think exercise is a really good thing to do to increase your happiness, and kind of for a couple of reasons. I think just uh, for some reason, just a way just to kind of get kind of some angst or tension kind of out of the body somehow. I think that just works in a natural way. And then there's a lot of when someone's stressed, there's their body chemistry can kind of have a lot of, just to put it simply, kind of negative chemicals that go on, and exercise kind of combats that and delivers a lot of kind of feel-good chemicals. And so I think exercise is a really important way to increase your happiness.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that your diet affects the way your mood is?
I definitely think so. I think it's been shown, and I think it's somewhat individual. People are going to react differently to different foods, but I think there's definitely certain foods that can make a difference. I know if I like eat too much, for example, I'll kind of just get tired and sometimes then grumpy. And then certain foods in the right amount can kind of boost your mood too. Chocolate's been known, especially dark chocolate, I think, been known to kind of be a mood booster. But I'm sure I'm not expert on that part, but I'm pretty confident there's different foods and they have a effect on your happiness and mood.
Do you think talking to others can help you stay happy when you're communicating with people?
Yeah, I think, just one thing I think that talking to others does is it kind of helps limit how much you're kind of thinking in your own head. And so talking with someone kind of helps you think through your thoughts and maybe kind of come to some solutions about things. And then also just, happiness research shows that one of the most significant things that correlates or that kind of corresponds with being happy is having strong relationships with others. So talking to people is a very important thing to do as well.
Do you think faking happy can make you really be happy?
I think in certain ways it can work. So one of the things I talk about in my class, and that's been researched, is like faking smiling or getting your face in kind of that position that you're actually smiling. And so in that way, when you do that, you kind of trick your brain in a way to kind of put itself in a mood. So if you kind of force yourself to smile, that's one way to kind of fake yourself. It's not going to solve necessarily your problems, but it may put you in a better mood, and then you'll be better able to solve your problems kind of in a more positive, happy, and creative place.
Do you think setting a hobby for yourself can cope with stress?
Yeah, I think you definitely have things that you are interested in and passionate about is definitely just a way to be happy and just a way to enjoy life, and that's going to help you be more resilient and able to deal with stress.
Do you think people should watch what they drink?
Definitely, I think, yeah, if you're talking about, alcohol, alcohol, I think, is a way to sometimes escape your problems, and that's going to just make them come back probably bigger later. So, drinking too much, or if you're underage, kind of drinking at all can be a big problem and get in the way of happiness. And if you're just talking about other things, anything like, even caffeine and drinks can be, sometimes people see that as a mood boost, but I really try to limit, and I don't really hardly drink any caffeine myself. And so in general, I think caffeine's probably not a good thing to do, especially to do too much of.
You feel like when you're rushed, you feel like you're miserable?
Well, I think kind of that feeling of being rushed, to me, a lot of times what happens when you're rushed is you're just kind of worried and stressed about things. So when being rushed is combined kind of with that worry and that thinking and just, I guess, worried thinking about things, that it kind of definitely, that's what kind of stress is. So being rushed isn't always bad. Sometimes that's kind of helps you get done what you need to get done. So it's kind of that attitude that goes with being rushed that is important. So when I talk about attitude, that's really, what you're telling yourself about that situation that matters the most in those situations.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. You're welcome. Do you need to have my